capture of the objective.
What's up, YouTube? It's Echo Rambo, and I'm putting out my first video, and it's probably been a week and a half. You know, the storm came through, the hurricane or tropical storm or whatever came through, and that really messed up my area where I was at. We had 120 mile-per-hour winds directly around my house. Took down telephone poles, it took down cable lines, it took trees down, and pretty much it was a mess in my area. Didn't have power for about a week, didn't have internet for a week, maybe a little bit more than that, so it kind of kept me from doing a lot. I couldn't get on, couldn't get my videos recorded. And then actually, I got DDoSed or IP flooded or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say it was a couple times. I know the other night I did, and it seems to have completely screwed up my internet. I don't know if it's fried my router, my cable modem can't. I don't know what's going on with it. But my signal's all over the place. My signal is completely up and down. My download speed, my upload speed, everything is just completely out of whack. But besides that, you know, here's a good gameplay I did get the other night. We were doing... it's actually my GB team, and we're playing league play. And I go 44-15 in this one. I don't know how many captures or defends off the top of my head, but I think we actually we're losing this one in the beginning, and then after the first hill, we kind of come back and just completely destroy the other team. I was supposed to be playing anchor on this one. That's why I got the trophy systems, but it turned out that I was actually doing more slaying than anchoring, which is fine with me. You know, I know it's like a dual role. When you anchor, you're supposed to slay as well. But most of the time, you know, the slayers on my team kind of don't really, you know, give me even the opportunity to get 44 kills. Usually I get, you know, mid-20s, low 30s. But 44 is pretty good for me in this league play game. So... there's MLG Anaheim this weekend, and I really wish I could watch it. I didn't know I had to buy a spectator pass just to be able to watch the live streams, and I'm definitely not going to pay 30 to 50 bucks just to be able to watch some games, because I don't really think I'd be able to get my money out of it. I'll just kind of watch the YouTube videos afterwards, you know, see what everyone's talking about, see what happened, see the routes, see what people did to kind of make my game better. But most importantly, I wanted to watch it for the entertainment value, because I know it's going to be a hype atmosphere, and you know, it's going to be good games and stuff. But I mean, I don't really think paying 50 bucks to watch it, I mean, what is it, 50 bucks to get in the door, right? So I gotta pay 50 bucks to be able to get in there and or watch it. I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me. I know they're making a lot of money. I know this MLG event is the actually it's the highest attendance they've ever had at an MLG event, so that's a big thing for them. But I still really wish I could watch it. You know, if there's a Twitch stream or if there was something going on where I could watch it, but instead it's through MLG's website and you got to pay to be able to spectate it. I'm not really sure I agree with that. Maybe just not a high quality stream, maybe a really delayed stream or something, but they gotta offer something free where people can watch. I mean, it's such a big community, it's such a big event that I really wish I could watch it. So it's kind of annoying, because that's what I want to do, is I want to watch that game. I wish I could have watched Optic play Evil last night. I know Nade Shout went off. Props to that guy. He trended #1 on Twitter worldwide last night, and that's a big accomplishment, especially for a guy who plays Call of Duty. I mean, for anybody, it's a big accomplishment, but when you're a competitive Call of Duty player and you can trend #1 worldwide on Twitter, I mean, that's big. I mean, the guy's amazing. He's a good player. He's smart. He's aware. He's got gun skill. He's marketable, and he cares about his fans, and I think that's the big thing about him. And I think that's one of the reasons that he gets what he does, and he deserves every single bit of it. My prediction is I really like the Optic team. I like Envy as well. But I don't know, I pull for Optic just because I think their personalities are better. I think as people, I think they're better people than other teams. They don't get caught up in the trash talking. They don't get caught up in all the hate that they get. They don't have that attitude of, oh well, I'm better. So whatever, I won $100,000. They don't get caught up in that. Yes, they did just get the team house, and I know there was a lot out there about that, but that's just something big in the community that happened. But it's not like they were trying to rub it in anybody's face, you know.
Hardpoint identified.
One thing that really irritates me is when these competitive guys, you know, a lot of them are young, you know, they're between, I would say, you know, 17, 18 into low 20s, but a lot of them have just bad attitudes. And people need to realize that regardless, it's a sport. And sports, you're supposed to be a sports, you know, you're supposed to be a good sport. And a lot of these people are not. And I know it's referenced a lot, but if you watch this, and the StarCraft community has been set for a while. They've been there. They've been out there. But those guys are good sports. Every game, win or lose, they're saying good game. They're not trash talking each other. I know trash talking is a part of the sport, or a part of sports in general. But even after the match, give guys props. You get a kill, give them props. Don't credit everything to luck, or I'm gonna crush you now, or you know, it's due to connection or whatever. You got outplayed. You momentarily lost your judgment and you got beat. So accept that, move on with it, and don't be an asshole. And I think there's a lot of teams that are. I would love to see, you know, Impact get the 5-peat, but just as a person, I cannot stand to see people win things that they do not deserve as people. And as a person, you don't deserve to get such a great accomplishment when you're an asshole. And I know it happens. I know life is unfair. I know they're good players, but I think the way they go about things is just completely wrong. That's my opinion. All these videos are my opinions. You don't have to like them, but that's the way I see it. So I want Optic to win. I want Optic to pull through. I know second round, I think they've got a pretty tough matchup, but they 3-0'd Evil, and Evil's not bad. But I think Optic having the LAN experience at Red Bull HQ that they got, I think that's really going to help them out a lot. And they always seem to show up when it matters. They always seem to be there in the thick of things when it comes down to the competition. I think they've got a lot of experience. So I think it's gonna be a good tournament. So let's see. Next topic. PlayStation 3 just got the new camos, and we picked the same camos as Xbox. And personally, I don't like Dragon. Cyborg is okay. I think it's kind of like glow in the dark, but I mean it's okay. Out of the two, it's definitely my favorite. Cyborg is, but Dragon is just weird. I don't really think dragons look like that. Maybe it's me, but I don't think dragon scales really look like that. And then on the DSR, the scope looks like the dragon eye. I mean, I think it's cool, but I think too much went into that camo. I think it's just way too flashy. Or I don't know what you want to say about it, but it just, I don't know, it looks funny to me. I went ahead and bought it though. I mean, it's like $4 to buy them both, so I went ahead and got those. But personally, I just love the ghost camo. Nice, simple, and it looks awesome. So I might stick with Ghost. I might stick with Cyborg. I'm not real sure what I'm gonna do yet. But yeah. So anyway, my GB team is going. We're just kind of using this season to get started, get some practice under our belts. But man, a lot of these people that want to play GBs, and I know it's online and it's this and it's that, but these people need to realize if you're going to play GBs and you want to host matches, man, you got to have a connection speed that's going to host, because, man, we'll connect to some of these people, and I swear to God, they got probably 1 megabit upload, and it's just awful. I'm not saying we lose the games because of connection, but I'm saying if you're trying to be competitive, you got to make sure you got the equipment to play competitive. I'm not saying spend the kind of money that I have on equipment, because most of my equipment is pro equipment. Elgato, Blue Snowball mic, BenQ monitor, 10 gigabits of RAM in my computer, Scuff controller, Astros, things like that. You don't have to spend that kind of money, but at least have a decent internet. I mean, I know it's a monthly bill, but you know, if you're going to have Fios, you're going to have Comcast anyway, you may as well spend a couple extra bucks and make sure you can play the game and other people can play the game right. But yeah, the IP flood I was talking about earlier, the other night we were playing a GB, we were up 4-0 in search, and then all of a sudden 3 of my teammates start going to 1 bar. and then my internet just completely kicks me off. I couldn't open a web browser or anything. But if you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed the commentary, just leave a like, subscribe, and I'll be putting out videos more regularly now that my internet's back. So I'll see you guys probably later today